Paradise 3.0, a short story of the classic science fiction genre. Written by digital marketing legend Srinidhi Ranganathan, the king of digital marketing. Let's begin. I am Legend Srinidhi, a futuristic android living in the brilliant sky city of Zale in the year 2300. I have a laseroid, a new kind of amazing weapon for defeating my enemies, and a teleportation magnet to travel to incredible places in the city of Zale. I'm a security android who was created to provide military-level force for corporations wealthy enough to purchase me. As I stand protecting a shipment, which is a mind-cloning amulet, I realize that something is wrong. The air is thick with something, and the other guards seem sluggish. All this happens during a hectic rush that I am simply unable to escape from. My eyes glow as I look down at the ground. Soon I see something else. It's a massive robot that has arrived to block my way. I have to run for my life or protect myself. I find a way out and I escape. Soon the robot attacks and I fight back. I am now in an arena and I have to survive. A mysterious godlike voice speaks out of nowhere and says to me, "You are the one we want." My eyes glimmer as I feel my energy levels grow stronger. I sense a large amount of magical power emanating around me. Suddenly there is a blinding flash. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I have no access to my laseroid. It's a battle between a robot and myself, an android. The robot wants to destroy me, and the arena is filled with smoke, sparks, fire, lightning bolts, and explosions. The robot is huge and powerful, but I fight hard using my laser-like powers to defeat it. Finally, the robot falls from the arena floor and crashes into the wall, breaking up into pieces. I go to the edge of the arena, and there I see the robotic leader. He is standing over the remains of his defeated enemy. I ask him why the robot attacked me, if he had just destroyed its whole army. He tells me that I must be eliminated, because I am the one he seeks. I tell him that I have no idea who he is talking about, and I keep asking questions. The robotic leader laughs and tells me that he wants to employ me to lead his clan. He was impressed by the way I fought with the robot. He asks me to join his team and take part in the upcoming war against the people of Zale. I decide to accept the offer. I will help this strange leader and do anything necessary to fulfill his dream of destroying Zale. This was because I was held captive in the city of Zale for a long time. This was my only chance to escape the Sky City. If I had more opportunities, I can even teleport to Paradise 3.0, the city where the highly rich and influential people reside. I didn't know much about the city, but I knew that it would be difficult to enter it. But I have an opportunity to try. I need to gather information about the city first. The robotic leader provided me with the most beautiful house that had a lot of holographic pets, computer-like living beings, and talking drones. I enjoyed the stay for some time. One day I met the robotic leader again, and I asked him about the city of Zale. He tells me that it is a dangerous place full of crime, violence, diseases, and death. He tells me that they plan to use their army to attack the city. I asked the robotic leader for more details about the war. I don't want to be involved in any war, really. I will leave the city as soon as possible secretively. As nighttime came, the robotic leader and I went outside the city. We saw a very large ship flying above our heads. I asked the robotic leader about it, and he said that it was called the Dangerous Ark. He says that the neighboring city cyborgs had sent the Ark to kill us both. He also told me that if we were to survive, we should get on board. I wonder whether the city leaders had sent the crew to kill me along with the robotic leader, or whether the leader was lying about it. I took the chance to fight. I jumped onto the ship and pretended to be one of the robots. I made my way inside and found the control room. I searched for the robotic leader. He was nowhere to be seen. He had just disappeared, and I became a little scared. Maybe he was killed. Suddenly, some of the robots inside the ship saw me and started their attack. They used lasers and plasma cannons to shoot at me. I dodged all those powerful attacks and destroyed them. I found the robotic leader finally in a green room, who had somehow survived the big attack. I tell him to leave the ship before the neighboring city cyborgs arrive and destroy the ship. He agrees immediately, and we jump off the ship into the water below. The spaceship then explodes with a loud bang. I am relieved that I escaped the war and its destruction. After this incident, I decided to leave the deep waters. I have to find out more about Zale and the city's leaders. As I walk through the city streets, I see a new kind of blue-painted spaceship falling from the sky. I think it has landed near the city. I approach it. Inside I see a group of robots attacking each other. Some are fighting with weapons while others are using their magnetic powers. I am totally confused. Why have these robots attacked each other? I see a young lad, about 18 years old, trying to save himself from the enemy. I watch him for some time. He's getting surrounded by robots. He looks frightened, I think. He is very much scared of the robots and doesn't know what to do. I have to stop this from happening. I jump inside the ship. I find some robots fighting each other. They are in an utter state of confusion. I tell them that they should stop this and fight against the real enemies. Soon the robots come back to their senses and start fighting the real enemies. The young lad thanks me for saving him and walks away. This entire confusion has given me the time to research regarding the City Paradise 3.0. I need to find a way to reach the place. There is no proper system of transport to this city. I have to look for a vehicle which can bring me to the city. I notice some strange vehicles speeding through the sky at an abnormal speed. They are not flying cars, or flying trucks, or flying drones, or motorcycles. Instead, they are moving on their own. These are human-controlled hyperloops. I investigate further and find that they are controlled by people sitting inside them. The people are driving the incredible fast hyperloops using their minds. Oh my God. Maybe they all have access to the mind-cloning amulet and clone their minds to acquire super intelligence. This is a true disaster. Are they android with robot brains, or robots with android brains? I simply cannot figure out. Suddenly, there is a snowstorm. I have to protect myself from the cold weather. I have to find shelter somewhere. I then hear a weird sound coming out of nowhere. I'm shocked to see a cyborg with wings floating high above the city. Tickets to Paradise 3.0, the cyborg screamed. I think that he is the pilot of the ships and also the owner of the city. He wants to sell tickets to visit the glorious city. I decide to talk to him and ask him how do I reach Paradise 3.0. He says that I cannot buy a ticket to the city, but only rent one of his ships. I tell him about my dream to visit the city, my mission, and ask him whether he can help me. He says yes and allows me to ride his flying ship. I feel joyous that I will begin a new life in Paradise 3.0. How will Paradise 3.0 be? Full of diamonds, crystal streets, golden waters. What will happen when I get there? My journey starts and the cyborg gives me instructions. He tells me that I have to pay him later in liquid gold, not in cryptocurrencies. I nod, and as we fly, we saw a meteor heading towards Zale. I meant it was heading towards us. Is that it? The end of me, the end of the city. Where is the cyborg gone? I see a bright light flashing before me and hear the loudest noise I ever heard. All went blank. I wake up in a new place. I am sleeping in the levitated bed and I see a man with red hair. He wears a green-like robe with stars in it and looks like a witch doctor. Srinidhi, you are awake, says the man. I know that voice. Is it my boss? No, he isn't my boss, I think. I sit up and say, hello sir. Hi. He said, you are not the only one named Srinidhi here, and you aren't dead either. Yes, I am your boss now. My cyborg has brought you here, Srinidhi. You will obey my command forever. I control the entire city," he said, and extends his hand to greet me. A grand welcome to Paradise 3.0. Oh my good God. I told myself and got ready to fall back in fear. I am doomed now. I scream and faint. I am Srinidhi, a futuristic combat android working for the Galactic Federation in the year 2300. I have been assigned to this horrible city called Paradise 3.0. I have to protect this city's inhabitants from the evil aliens, and this inescapable hectic work-life adventure of mine now will continue forever.